Ladies, this is Mellon and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, girl, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you never miss an upload from me. And if you are not new here, then hey girl, how are you doing today? Thank you ladies so much for tuning in to another video. Today's video is a success for Salon Suite ownership. So I guess you could say this would be a 2019 update. I have done a lot of videos on things that I did when I moved into my Salon Suite, pros and cons, what have you, but I always tell you ladies that don't ever be afraid to make mistakes, and I certainly have made a lot of mistakes since my journey as an entrepreneur. So those mistakes allows me to share with you guys. So I recently had someone reach out to me on YouTube, and I think his name is Will, and he is a barber, and I think he's about to move into a salon suite, and he just wants to make sure he has great success, make sure the price points are right. So I'm pretty sure that might be the same case for a lot of you ladies and gentlemen out there who want to do a salon suite. So yeah, we're just gonna dive right into it. So these are some tips that I feel are important to think about or do. It's not necessarily set in stone. I'm not saying that this is law, that I'm absolutely right and this is perfect, but this is just how I feel about, you know, salon ownership, okay? So the first thing that I wrote down, I have some notes so I can stay on topic. The first thing when it comes to salon suite ownership, the tip that I have is you want to make sure that you have the right mindset, okay? When you move into a salon suite, you are no longer a hairstylist, and sometimes it can kind of be hard to get out of that hairstylist mindset that I'm a hairstylist and I work for myself. No, you are a business owner. You own your own business. You are on the journey of having your own business, of being an entrepreneur. Hopefully you understand that doing hair might just be one of your gifts or your talents, but you're probably good at other stuff. So I hope along the journey within 3 to 5 years that you're able to brand yourself and branch off and do other things. So that should definitely be your mindset as an entrepreneur, as a person who's transitioning from a hairstylist to a business owner, is that it's not just about hair, okay? It's not just about being a hairstylist, that you are an entrepreneur and a business owner, and you want to brand yourself, not just the hair, but yourself. I mean, you want to be thinking about t-shirts, coffee mugs, your favorite sayings. You know, are you good with motivating people? Are you good at teaching people? Do you want to be an educator? You just don't want to, you know, have this one box mentality, okay? Number 2 is you want to open up a checking account. You want to open up a separate checking account for your business that your rent comes out of. Now, depending on where you are, some people, you know, you might write a check for them, or you might pay them, physically go to the office and make sure you're paying your rent, or they might have your card on file. For some of you, they might do automatic draft, okay? So the way my rent is set up, my lease, is they do automatic draft for me, which was pretty scary. You know, I hate anything that's automatic draft, but it's kind of a good thing. It kind of pushes you and puts that fire under your butt to make sure, you know, that you have your rent first, that you take care of that first above all else. So I didn't want that to affect my personal finances or checking account that my bills are coming out of, that me and my husband's bills are coming out of. So definitely I would recommend opening up another checking account. Find out what the fees, if there's any deposits you have to pay, if there's any, like, I don't know, whatever fees there are, you want to find that out. And I recommend before you move into your salon suite is to save up at least 4 to 6 weeks worth of rent. Okay, so whether it's, you know, $190 a week, $180 a week, $200, $260, $280, $300, if you can, you know, before you move in, it would be good to pace yourself, to be patient, because I know we all get excited about the idea of working for ourselves and not having anyone tell us what to do, not having anyone telling us when to come in and go. But it's a heavy responsibility when you move out on your own, okay? So yeah, it comes with great responsibility. Freedom is not free, okay? You definitely will pay the price and work hard to have something of your own. It's wonderful I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love it. But yeah, girl, you're gonna have to work hard. You're gonna have to strategize. You have to plan, pace yourself, and be patient if you can. So a minimum 4 weeks worth of rent already in reserve in that checking account before you move into your salon suite. If you're like me and you're moving in with like no clientele, or you know, not enough, if you're still in the process of building, you know, or you gonna raise your prices, which you should raise your prices, you have to. I feel for optimal success, there are going to be some people that drop off, which is totally fine. That should happen because you are going to that next level. You are transitioning yourself to a whole nother level. So don't be scared, don't be afraid when clients drop off, not calling, not supporting you. You're just opening the door for a whole new different type of clientele to come to you, okay? All right, so next tip is adopt a niche business idea concept, okay? So when you move into your salon suite, guys, I just want you to think about all the greats, the restaurants, okay? I want you to think about Chick-fil-A. I want you to think about Chipotle. I want you to think about Five Guys. I want you to think about Sweet Frog. All of those companies do one thing great, okay? They have many, you know, toppings and layers and different things you can add on to it, but they have their one main primary thing. Chick-fil-A only does chicken. Chipotle only does burritos. Five Guys only does burgers. You cannot get a chicken sandwich at Five Guys. You cannot get a burger at Chick-fil-A, and they don't feel any type of way about it, you know? If you go up there and Chick-fil-A talking about I want a burger, they're going to gladly tell you, man, we don't have that, pick something else, and not be like, oh, I'm sorry, let's see what we can do. So I want you to think about that when you move into your salon business, because a lot of people want to offer everything, okay? And this is advice that I listened to that has helped me out greatly. When I first moved into my salon suite, I tried to, like, you know, be versatile. And I quickly realized that I need to stick to what I know in my heart that I need to do, okay? So I'll take myself as an example. I rebranded myself probably like last October, and to say, hey, you know, I'm predominantly a male grooming salon. Do I still do women's hair? Yes. Do I still do color? Yes. But it's mainly on a request basis. Now, do I cut hair, any type of hair? Yes. I will cut you, your mama, alien's hair, okay? It doesn't matter, but I'm primarily speaking and talking to a male audience, okay? Males that want great quality service, that want someone's on time, that wants to be able to get a haircut around their busy schedule. I have online booking that not only wants a great haircut, but a great quality experience. So that's what I'm all about. It's easy to talk to one or two, maybe even 3 groups of people than talking to like 5 different groups of people. That's gonna be really tough if you're doing locks, if you're doing braids, if you're doing weaves, if you're doing extensions, if you're doing relaxers. Man, you gotta talk to all those different people and you might not reach any of them. But when you zero in and become laser focused on your ideal target audience, oh man, you can speak to them all day. You could just keep putting it out, and flooding them with information about your salon, whether that be on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, or YouTube, okay? So really, really think about it. I mean, some people don't agree with that. Some people feel like you need to do everything, but I'm telling you, successful restaurants, the ones who focus on one main thing, do really, really well, okay? Let's see. My next tip. Oh, another example, I wrote this down. If you ever play dodgeball, okay, when it's a lot of people and you gotta throw that ball, you know, it's easy for people to scatter and you not get anybody. But when there's like 1 or 2 people left, it's easy to laser in and take that ball and go bop, bam, and get them, okay? So really, really think about that. That's really important. I want you guys to be successful. I know you guys see me doing my thing, and I'm here to help anyone who wants to do their own thing. So just really, really, really think about that. My next tip is when it comes to tools and products, Buy only what you're already currently using, okay? So when it comes to buying tools and products, whatever that main service is that you offer, whatever that main service is within the hair industry that you're good at, that you do the most of, only buy products, you know, with that in mind, okay? There's going to be tons of distributors that try to sell you different things. You're going to be flooded and bombarded with many different products saying you need this, you need to try this new thing. I mean, there's just so much out there, okay? Stick to what you know. Keep it simple. Don't try to buy all of this latest, greatest thing. No, stick to what you know. Now, there's nothing wrong with trying out new things, you know, and buy a little bit at a time, or buy a tester of it, or buy one of it and see how you like it. But in the beginning, you know, I had to learn that. I was taught to go big or go home, and I had to retrain my mind is it's okay to go big, but go big with that small that you have. And as you grow, then you can add on to that. So I would not go buy like a whole bunch of like color. Even if you are a colorist and that's all you do is color, you know, buy the stuff that you know you're gonna use, you know, level 2s, browns, 1, 4s, you know, buy you know, a tub of lightener, developer, and then when clients start booking and you do consultations, you can kind of start seeing what you're gonna do, and then you can add those products, okay? So yeah, don't go overboard with the products and stuff. You know, when you move in, buy your core stuff. You know, if you're going to be doing blowouts or, you know, updos for weddings, you know, buy your hairsprays, buy your flat irons, your curling irons, but buy the ones that you know that you're going to use the most, okay? So what's my next tip is, okay, I'm sorry guys. Alright, my next tip is make sure that you sign up for some type of online booking, okay? This allows you to be prepared for the day. It keeps you off of your phone from answering the phone so much. It lets you know your client information, their email, their phone number. You can even get funky with it and add in their birthdays, anniversaries, what they like, what they don't like, their favorite snack, whatever it is that you want to do. You'll be able to go back and look at this, and this is very, very important. So when you have those slow days, or when you know, maybe you want to prepare for your next month and get people in the chair, you can actually look at your online booking. You can see how many times a person came to you. That helps you with client appreciation. You know, when it's your 1-year anniversary or whatever your anniversary date is, you can go back and see what clients have spent the most money with you, what clients have supported you, how many times that client comes back a month, and really tailor your you know, your client appreciation. Or if you just really want to show you know, a few group of people in your salon who just always tip you exceptionally well, who always make sure they come in every month, you know, you can show them that you appreciate them, but you won't know that if you don't have any type of online booking or system in place. You can't go back and look at that. You can't go back and see, you know, if a person came to you and stopped coming. You know, this is going to help you. It's called analytics. So it's really good to have the online booking so you can go back and look at your analytics to tailor each marketing message to each client based on what they got. It's good because it allows you to see what you have tomorrow and the next day. It allows you to get prepared. It allows you to be on time. It's just so much. It's just stress-free, okay? The key is when you do add your services on online booking, make sure that you are being very realistic with the time it takes you to do a service, okay? Because if you put 30 minutes down there and you have the online booking, people are gonna book in those slots, and you might get a little anxiety because you're like, oh my gosh, all these people are here at one time, okay? So maybe when you first move in your suite, you gotta get used to the small space, you gotta get used to your setup, you know, the ease of grabbing things and grabbing this and moving on to the next tool and moving on to the next tool and moving on to the next step of the service. So maybe you want to add maybe an extra 15 minutes or 20 minutes onto that service, and as you start to get your clients and pace yourself, and you can kind of see how long it's going to take you to do one client and the next client, then maybe you can take that service time down. But in the beginning, I would just recommend that, you know, if you're doing a haircut, at least 45 minutes, okay? And if your price points are right, it won't matter that you have it at 45 minutes instead of 30 minutes, because if your price point is at the level where it needs to be, your time and the price is going to coincide with one another, okay? So yeah, be honest with your time. Next tip is make sure you apply for an LLC that's separate from your that separates you from your business, okay? So I'm Amber Mellon. My business is Vanity and Bello, and LLC means Limited Liability Corporation, okay? I'm the sole proprietor, and what that does is when I file my taxes, you know, I'm filing my taxes separate from me and my husband's personal stuff. I'm filing for the business, and all my receipts, tools, products that I use is gonna go towards the business. If someone tries to sue me or come after me, they're gonna have to come after my business, after Vanity and Bello. They will not be able to come after me, Amber Mellon, my personal belongings, you know, because I don't want to lose my house, I don't want to lose my car, and so that just keeps, you know, you separate from your business. All you have to do is go to your Secretary of State online and, you know, apply for a business and get an EIN number. And if you don't want to do that, if it's too complicated, you can get LegalZoom to do it for you. All you gotta do, I think it's $325, and you could break it up into 2 or 3 payments, and you just plug in all the information. They'll do it for you, and you'll get all your information sent back to you within a month or 2, sometimes 3 if they're really busy at the time. All right, so my next tip is make sure that all your licensures are in place that you need to have. Make sure your cosmetology license is up to date and accurate, is not expired. You do have to apply for a salon license when you move into a salon suite. All you have to do is go online to your Cosmetic Arts Board of Education, whatever state you're in, and apply for a salon license. And I believe every year you have to renew that salon license, and I think it expires at the end of January, and February is when it expires. And when you do apply for that salon license, you do want to make sure everything in your salon suite is up to date with state board, because they do have to come in there when you apply for that. They don't let you know when, they just pop up. So you want to make sure, you know, your salon is clean, you got barbicide, you got everything covered the way it needs to be. If you guys would like for me to make a video on getting your salon suite state board ready, let me know, okay? And I will do my best to do that. All right, next tip is retail, okay? Stick to what works. Stick to products that you are currently using, or whatever products that is going to help you with the service, your main service that you currently do, okay? So keep it simple, don't go overkill. It's harder to sell a few products. I mean, I'm sorry, reverse that. It's easier to sell 1 or 2 to 3 products than to sell like a bunch of stuff, okay? Because when the human brain is flooded with too many choices or too many options, a lot of times we don't get anything, okay? So keep it simple. My advice would be 3 to 4 types of shampoo, you know, based on your clientele. 1 for dry hair, 1 for oily scalp, fine hair, and 1 for color treated hair, okay? If you're gonna get leave-ins, 2 brands of leave-ins. One spray leave-in, and then 1 cream leave-in, okay? A lot of thicker, coarser hair, sometimes the hair responds better to cream, thicker leave-in conditioners. Fine hair, sometimes it's better to use a spray, okay? When it comes to pomades, like me and my nail salon, 1 to 3 products, okay? Especially if you only sell 1 pomade that's like good with any type of hair, and all you have to do is maybe you know, dry it or leave it wet. I'm telling you, it's gonna be easy for you to retail that, okay? But 1 to 3 pomades, 1 that's matte, no shine, 1 that is medium hold, medium shine, and 1 that's high hold, high shine. That's all you need. That's the only 3 things you need, okay? 1 to 3 types of hairsprays, maybe, you know, 1 serum, 1 to 2 brands of beard oils, and 1 deep conditioner. It's going to be super easy for you to sell those if you stick to that, okay? My next tip is start small. You know, use what you have. When it comes to when it comes to the decor in your salon, If you have the budget to do the decor, go ahead and do it. Make it look nice. Take your time. You know, if there's something you don't know how to do, let someone else do it so it can look professional. Because you don't want it to look like, you know, you moved into this luxurious place, or you trying to take yourself to the next level and then you went down on the decor. You want everything to be of excellence. You want everything to say that, hey, I'm professional. I'm taking myself to the next level. I take what I do serious, and you know, you can look, smell, hear, and experience that I'm taking myself to the next level. Okay, so don't skimp out on the decor. You know, keep it simple. Maybe you can go to thrift stores, secondhand stores, you know, repaint stuff if you don't have that big budget. If you do have the budget, you know, make it look nice. You don't have to spend like so much money. You can add on things at a time, but definitely make it nice and use what you have, okay? And then you can build on and add on as your business begins to grow. All right, okay. I'm sorry guys, I had all this stuff written down trying to make sure I stay on point. Okay, these are my last few tips, okay? I know this video is long. Okay, so another tip is to double down on your bills, okay? Before you move in, maybe give yourself a month to let all your clients know that where you're moving to. Let them know, okay? Another thing is, maybe if you have it, if you can, and you're patient enough, maybe you could take care of your bills like a month or two in advance, okay? Because I'm telling you, nothing goes as you plan it to go when you move into your suite. Everything's brand new, it's scary. So if you can, do that. If not, maybe you can size down on your living expenses. Maybe you can move in with a roommate. Maybe you can cut down on spending, eating out. You guys, you're going to have to sacrifice for your dream. You can't just say, I want my dream to come true, and you don't put in the work and you think you're not going to sacrifice anything, okay? So your spending habits definitely have to go down as far as eating out. You know, you need to bring a lunch to work. You know, not really shopping as much, not really getting a lot of new fly gear, not really getting your nails and stuff done as much. I mean, if you are still able to keep up with your traditional spending habits, that is amazing, girl. If you already have a clientele and you could keep up with your type of lifestyle living, then that's beautiful, that's awesome. But that wasn't my story. I had to cut back on a lot of stuff. I used to keep my, now one thing I will do is keep my hair done, okay? I keep that hair done because the hair cannot look crazy. But I did have to stop, you know, couldn't do as much things as I wanted to do, basically, okay? And the stuff you see that I do have, a lot of 9 times out of 10 I buy with a credit card, but that's a whole nother story, okay? All right, next thing that I want you guys to know is to, before you move into your salon, really think about, you know, what kind of services you're going to offer. What's your primary service that you're going to do the most of, okay? And you really want to make sure the price point is where it needs to be, okay? This is very important. This is like, can be make or break. The price point needs to be, you know, at a minimum, okay? So what I did was, I can't tell you what you guys need to charge. So I can tell you what I'm charging. Right now I'm charging $35 for a male's haircut. It comes with a shampoo, a scalp massage. A shampoo and scalp massage, a hot towel neck massage, a shoulder massage, and then I do, when I put the leave-in, I do a little short scalp massage, okay? And I charge $35 for that. I used to charge $25 when I first moved in. That wasn't cutting it. I needed to go up. Plus the tips, a lot of times I get anywhere from $45 to $50 off of a cut. And I just made sure that I was bringing value with the increased price, okay? So when you go up on your prices, think about what's something extra that you can add on to the service to bring it value, okay? So bigger city, higher prices. You know, I'm in Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill's expensive, especially I'm kind of like right in the center of everything. So I'm near a lot of, you know, skyrise buildings. I'm near, you know, expensive Whole Foods, wholecheck.com. you know, it's expensive over there. The rent's expensive. So I need to make sure that my prices are at a level where I could pay my rent and eventually put money back in my pocket and invest into my business and do other stuff that I want, okay? So the ideal thing is to have at least minimum 6 clients a day. So what you want to do is you want to take your main service that you know you're going to do the most of. What is the price point of that service, okay? You need to multiply it by 6 clients a day. After you do that, okay, you want to times that by 5 or 6 days a week. I would not recommend working 7 days a week when you first go in there. It's totally up to you. You can. But as a business owner, and when you're the only one, it's hard to juggle everything. It's hard to juggle the bookkeeping, what's going in, what's going out, inventory of products, social media, posting, marketing. It's hard to do that when it's only you, and maybe you might not have the budget to hire someone to take care of that for you. So I would say at least only work 5 to 6 days. So you have that 1 day off or those 2 days off to run errands, to pay bills, to keep up the upkeep of where you live, you know, making sure your personal space is clean, organized, your personal bills are paid, you know, get inventory if you need to, post on social media, set goals. So yeah, don't burn yourself out, pace yourself. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, okay? How do I know? Been there, done that, okay? So let me get back to my point. So whatever the main service you offer, what is that price? Multiply it by 6 clients a day, then times that by 5 days a week or 6 days a week, minus what your rent is, and whatever that number is, that's how much you're saying that you want to make a week, okay? If it's not high enough, then what you need to do is, I would recommend adding $10 onto that number until you get to a number that you feel comfortable with, okay? Alright, this video is kind of long. Am I finished? Okay. So my last points is, remember that your salon space is not booth rent. You know, it's not time to go down on your prices. It's not time to go down on your level of customer service. You know, you got to have that mindset that you are a business owner. This is your business. This is your salon. It's just small, okay? And, you know, you can expect if you raise your prices, some people are not going to come. That's totally okay. You know, you want to make sure you have fun, enjoy the journey, always be open to learn new things, new techniques, new skills, stay up to date with the trends, because the hair industry is always changing. There's always something new coming out. You don't want to get left behind. And just don't be afraid to make mistakes, okay? Because mistakes is what helps you learn and helps you go to that next level. I have definitely made a lot of mistakes, you know, in my journey to entrepreneurship, things that I tried didn't work, but it just allowed me to, now I know what works, okay? So I will do a separate video on marketing because this video is already long. I just want to make sure I gave you, ladies and gentlemen, detailed information on how to prepare yourself, your mind, and you know, get your finances in order and all your documents, all that stuff together before you move in. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of responsibility. You know, be patient, okay? I know that we get tired of working for these companies and they take advantage of us, but make sure you strategize. Make sure you have a plan of action on how you're going to do this. Now, you know, the journey is the journey. It's going to be twists and turns and stuff that's going to come up you don't expect. But whatever you do, don't quit. Make sure you put in that work, okay? Make sure you grind. Make sure you put yourself out there on social media. And grinding doesn't always mean like working yourself to death. Grinding can make sure that you're being accountable, that you're executing, that you're doing the work, that you're being professional, that you're letting everybody know what you're doing, that you strategize on the course of action of getting those clients in there, okay? Well, ladies, that was super long. I'm sorry it was so long, but I know a lot of you want that like step 1, step 2, that detailed information so you can be prepared. I really couldn't give you that last year just because I was just in the sauce myself, but I'm so happy I could share with you, ladies. and gentlemen, if you do not ask a question, I do not know what to make the video about. So I definitely welcome questions, comments, concerns, and then I know what to make a video about. Like I said, next video will be about marketing strategies. I love you guys and ladies. I hope you have great success on this journey as an entrepreneur. Remember, you are not just a hairstylist. You are a business owner. Hair is not your only gift or talent. You have other stuff that you're good at. So don't be concerned with the hair. Be concerned with branding you, yourself, your personality, what makes people like you, what makes people want to talk to you and be in your circle, okay? Remember that. I love you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.